Hey everyone, welcome to another unboxing and review video. Today we're going to be looking at DIY PK2. So as the name implies, this is a DIY version of Yuin PK2 earbuds. Yuins were one of the first earbuds that offered this really high quality sound at a premium price. But they were one of the first ones to start this really like a very good quality earbud trend from China. So this is a DIY version of those earbuds, which means this is cheaper. So somebody makes this from a PK2 earbud parts and sells them for a cheaper price. So I bought this because I was just curious how they would compare to the original Yuin PK2s, which I have right here. These are really legendary earbuds. They sound amazing. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna look what's inside, and then I'm gonna tell you how they compare to the original Yuins. So it came in this package, so there's nothing else included. So let me open this up. This case is already a very known case. If you've seen a couple of videos of mine, you'll know that pretty much all the budget earbuds come in this type of a case. So let's open this up, and this is what's inside. So we don't get any like a bag for this. These are the replacement earphone covers. I dropped one, and clipper right here. So pretty standard stuff you get with this type of earbuds. So let me put them away. And here are the earbuds themselves. These are DIY PK2s. Let me take them out. So the case itself is pretty standard, so I'll just put this away. Let's look at the earbuds themselves. So I ordered the one with the red cable. You can pick like multiple versions of them. And let me open up the cable. I'm not a big fan of these wires because they may leave imprints on the cable, but at a budget price you can't ask for more. So here's the cable, which actually feels quite nice to the touch. Here's the connector right here. I always opt for 3.5mm connector. It's a very minimalistic looking connector, which I like. And here are the earbuds themselves. All right, here. This is the Yuin shell. If you're familiar with budget earbuds at all, you know there are two different types of shells. There's MX500 and this is the other one, which is Yuin. I find this a lot more comfortable personally. Well, not a lot more, but more comfortable in general. So since these are DIY, I noticed a bit of like markings over here. There's some sort of a paint as well, and I already noticed that there is some glue residue over on the side, as you can see. So these are definitely DIY. Somebody made them. Here they are from the front. As you can see, the grills don't align either. This one is a little bit to the left. This should be more to the right. I hope that doesn't affect the sound, but at least they have L and R markings, and as always I get them in reverse, but I'm gonna leave them this way. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now is actually let me show you the comparison before I go. Let me show you the comparison with the original. This is original Yuin PK2 earbuds. Let me get you one-to-one comparison. Let me take this off. So on the left we got the original, on the right we have the DIY version, which is the parts and the drivers and everything should be the same, but it's just custom built by somebody and offered at a considerably lower price. The front grille is the same, as you can see. So this originally I think cost around, if I'm not mistaken, 50 euro, and this costs I think about 13 or something like that. So considerably less expensive. but let's see what they sound like. So I'm gonna go and listen to this and compare them to this, and I'm gonna let you know if they sound the same. Alright folks, I'm back with my impressions on this. First of all, the reason I have this foam covers here is that I would like to highlight that this did not come with any donut shaped covers, which are my favorite personally. They are only the full covers. So I just wanted to mention this. So let me put them away now and let's talk about these earbuds. So I gave them some time. I burned them in. Personally, I don't believe in burn-in. I think I mentioned this a few times, but I still would like to give each earbud a full chance to shine and sound their best. So I burned this in. So first things first, how do they compare to the original Yuin PK2s? Well, the answer is they don't. I mean, they don't come close to the sound clarity and the clean sound and the very crispy, very sparkly sound the original PK2s produce. So that's out of the question. The sound just does not compare to this one. It looks like it kind of tries to. It's trying to be with the same sound signature, but it's just not close to the sound of this. These are awesome earbuds, and I'm gonna talk to you about this in a moment. So this on their own, they're very nice earbuds. I thought they sound pretty good for their price. Of course, not as good as the PK2s, but for their own price, I think they are pretty decent sounding. To be honest, I don't think they should be called DIY PK2s because they do not produce the same sound quality. But compared to other budget earbuds, for example, I compared them with Venture Electronics Monk Pluses, and I think they sound much better than Monk Plus. But then again, to be honest, I don't think it's very hard to sound better than Monk Plus. Those earbuds, I really don't like them. They sounded so like laid back and so dark that I was not a big fan of them. So I prefer this over Monk Plus. The other earbuds I compared them to was Fengru EMX 500s, and they sound a little bit different. These have more forward mid-range, and EMX 500s from Fengru have a little bit of a laid-back sound. But I felt like those, while the mids were a little bit distant, they did sound cleaner than these ones. So that's what I felt anyway. And those ones had a better bass. The Woo Easy EMX 500s blows this away. The Woo Easy EMX 500 is just much cleaner sounding and much better sounding than this. And finally, I compared this to Yincrow X6 slash RW9 because those two are pretty much the same earbud. The only difference is the cable. They sound the same otherwise. So Yincrow X6, I felt like it was a toss-up. They sound different, these two earbuds. I thought Yincrow's mid-range is also a little bit distant compared to this. And as far as clarity goes, I thought they were about the same. But Yincrows are bass monsters. They're very huge on bass, so the sound signature is very different. Like, it's very hard to compare those earbuds and these ones. So what's the verdict on this? Would I recommend you these earbuds? Well, to be honest, if you are already searching for PK2s, that means you want either a replacement or a cheaper version of a Yuin PK2. You want the sound, and if you want the sound, you're not gonna get this in this earbud. So my recommendation to you would be to save some money and get the original Yuin PK2 earbuds. These are really worth their money. These are some of the most fun sounding earbuds I've ever heard. They are so awesome. I just love it. They're one of my favorites in my collection, and actually they were my first high-end earbuds in my collection, and they sound amazing. They have a really sparkly, clean sound. The bass is there. They're not bass monsters, but there's plenty of bass. The mids are there. It has a slightly V-shaped sound, just slightly, but like everything is there, and it's a very, very, very fun sounding earbud. Like I would like full recommendation for Yuin PK2s. So otherwise, if you're just out for searching, you're searching for just a random earbud, in that case, I would say yes, go for this. These are pretty good. Like I said, they're better than Venture Electronics Monk Pluses. They're a little bit different than Fengru EMX 500s. And on the other hand, though, there is Wueezy EMX 500, which I would recommend you over this. And Yincro X6, it's like depends. If you like bass, then go with that. Otherwise, you can go with this if you like more forward mids. So that's pretty much my conclusion about this. It's a decent earbud, but definitely not like it's not close to Yuin PK2s. The moment I compared them, they were just like, it was immediately noticeable, the difference. And of course the build quality itself is a little bit questionable, to be honest. I think I highlighted this already with the glue on the earbuds and all that. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan personally, but that's my opinion. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next review. See ya.